Dum 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 dum. Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and I am ukulele list today, and this is round three of the League Challenge that happened at Die Hard Games on October 12th, 2023. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format anyone wants, really. More info in the description. Lots of announcements here. Gym Leader Challenge, Thursday, October 19th at 6 p.m. Paradox Rift pre-releases start this Saturday, October 21st at 1 p.m. And League Cup, Saturday, November 4th at 11 a.m. All Central Time, all at Die Hard Games. And check out Pokemon's event locator for more premier events at Die Hard Games, such as League Challenges, League Cups, and pre-releases. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments and all that other good stuff. But anyways, let's get into this game where we started recording a little late. I believe Charizard Pidgeot went first on the right here. Played a battle VIP pass, did Mew Mysterious Tail, got their board looking nice and ready to go, and passed things over to the Miraidon player. Miraidon player looks like they did a couple of tandem units to get their board nice and full there, and we will go ahead and hop right into this game. Round three of the League Challenge here. It looks like Raikou V was the other Pokemon chosen off of that other tandem unit there. Tandem unit's very nice ability on that Miraidon EX lets you search your deck for two basic electric Pokemon and put them onto the bench. Double tandem unit played there. All kinds of electric buddies on the bench there. And next we will see an electric generator. Looking at the top five cards of the deck, any electric energy you find there, you can attach up to two of them to your bench electric Pokemon in any way you like. There were two lightning energy found off of that electric generator. Very nice. Both of them being attached to the main attacker, Regieleki V. All right, we'll see what our lightning player has in store for us here. Seen a couple of Forest Seal Stone in the hand, so that means anything can be found if they choose to play it this turn. We'd probably like to see one of them be attached to the Regieleki V on the bench there. Not necessarily used because, well, it depends on what's in hand. We do want to see an attack this first turn. That's what this lightning deck likes to do when it goes second. Forest Seal Stone, as I talked about earlier, being attached to that Regieleki V, and Forest Seal Stone being used immediately to search the deck for any card. Pick a card, any card with that powerful V-Star power, that Forest Seal Stone. I imagine a way to retreat will be found, or a lightning energy is found. It just depends on what's all in hand. Arven, potentially the target there. Uh, Being the supporter for a turn, Arven lets you search your deck for a tool card and a item card. Bravery Charm is the tool of choice here, and another electric generator is the item choice. We're feeling hot on these generators here today. Though the amount I see zero energy being found off of it is numerous. Bravery Charm being attached to the Raichu V there, and Electric Generator being played, and Double Lightning being found again off of the Electric Generator. Look at the top five. Attach two lightning energy, up to two lightning energy you find there to your bench lightning Pokemon in any way you like. So third lightning going on to that Regidrago V, and another one going on to the bench Raikou V. Switch being played to switch into that powered up Regieleki V, and it attacks with its attack. 100 damage, and it takes 100 less damage from your opponent's Pokemon's attack next turn. Taking an easy KO on that Mew. Charmander with 70 HP being promoted into the active, and play resumes on Charizard Pidgeot's side. I'm Go ahead and look up that Regieleki V attack. I didn't think I'd have to do it twice at this league challenge, but here we are. Its attack is Lightning Wall. 100 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 100 less damage from attacks. Alright. Ultra Ball being eyeballed here on Charizard's side. Ultra Ball, powerful item. You must discard 2 cards to use it. Debating on what cards to get rid of, a Professor's Research, Rowan, and a Lost Vacuum there, hitting the discard pile. Now that the Ultra Ball requirements have been filled, you could search your deck for a Pokemon. Charizard EX being found. Rare Candy, allowing that Charmander to evolve directly into that Charizard EX. And its Infernal Rain ability being used when it evolves. You could search your deck for up to 3 fire energy and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Double Fire being attached to the Charizard EX. And another one going either to the Entei or the Charmander. Entei has more HP, and the Charmander evolves into a Charizard EX that will have another Infernal Rain ability. So it's fine going on the Entei. The only thing to consider would be a Path to the Peak coming down for them from the Miraidon deck, and the Miraidon deck is known to play that card. Doesn't always, but half of them do, more than half of them do, a significant amount of them do. But we're going to dedicate that attachment to that Entei V there. And Serena being played. Serena is one of those supporters where you can choose one of multiple abilities or multiple effects, and it has 2 different effects. This effect being chosen to bring up a Pokemon V from the bench to the active spot. Raikou V being the target of Serena there, being forced into the active spot. And now Charizard attack is doing 210 damage since the opponent has taken a prize card, taking the KO on that opposing Raikou V. Regieleki V powered up, being promoted into the active spot, and play resumes on the Lightning player's side. Let's see how our Lightning player can respond. I don't think there can be a KO taken on this Charizard EX in one shot. So they're going to start things off with an Ultra Ball, discarding a Forest Seal Stone, useless now, and a Radiant Greninja. That one's a little hard to give up, but either way, going to find the golden Flaffy with that Ultra Ball. Flaffy can start accelerating lightning energy from the discard pile to the bench with its powerful Dynamotor ability. So that's the way this lightning deck continues to keep the energy flowing and streaming the attackers here in the game. Looks like we are thinking about resolving this Dynamotor. There is a lightning energy in the discard pile. Flaffy's Dynamotor will not be used yet, not before Super Rod. Super Rod item card lets you shuffle Pokemon and basic energy from your discard pile back to the deck. I think that was a Raikou V going back into the deck. Wonder how many Raikou V are played in this list. It's definitely being prioritized here. And Professor's Research coming down. Discard your hand, draw 7 new cards. Was that a perfect research? Should have seen a fist bump or a high five or something. We'll pretend like it wasn't though. 7 new cards, 7 new options of things to be played here. See a lightning energy in hand that can be attached to a Pokemon. There we go, lightning energy attached to Miraidon. Dynamotor is going to accelerate a lightning energy to the other Miraidon on the bench. And yeah, I think we're okay then to swing into this active Charizard EX with the Lightning Wall. 100 damage. During the next turn, this Pokemon takes 100 less damage from attacks. So since Charizard is doing 210, it will not take the KO on the Regieleki V, and we'll have to see something like a gust card like Serena or Boss's Orders to get around this lightning wall. Play resumes on Charizard's side, fire energy being attached to the NTV, fully powering it up. Charizard's retreat cost, I think it's 2. Choice Belt being attached to the active Charizard. I don't think that's enough still to take the KO. 140, yep, damage being done to that Regieleki EV by the Charizard EX, and play resumes on the strongest Regieleki EV's side. Our player is going to take a look through the discard pile, see what things they have played, what things may be available to them here in this mid-game. The Regieleki EV won't take the KO on the opposing Charizard. If it evolves, it can. That's something to look out for. Also, if we can get enough energy on a Miraidon, on one of the Miraidons on the bench, KO can be taken on the Charizard. So our Lightning player is going to start things off with an Arven, searching the deck for an item card and a tool card. Probably going to see another electric generator be found, and no tools worth grabbing here, so I'm going to forego that option here. Electric generator being played. Looking at the top 5, looking for 2 lightning energy. 1 was found and attached to the bench Miraidon. 1 is better than none, as they say. Yeah, a lot better to take the KO with a Miraidon here than a Regieleki VMAX, since that Regieleki VMAX would be heavily damaged and then give up 3 prize cards. Lightning energy manually attached to the Miraidon. Ooh, I'm not sure if I like the evolution there into the Regieleki VMAX. It does give the Regieleki VMAX free retreat, and so no energy has to be discarded to retreat, but Regieleki V's retreat cost is just 1, and it's so heavily damaged, now it's going to give up 3 prize cards if it's knocked out versus just the 2. But either way, we can retreat now for free into the Miraidon, and Miraidon cleans up the KO on the active Charizard with its Photon Blaster, 220 damage. Now our Charizard player has to promote a new active Pokemon. I imagine we'll see that Entei come into the active spot here. Our Miraidon player wisely not putting another Pokemon down to fuel Entei's fleet Fire Rondo attack, Flame Rondo, whatever it's called. Either way, Entei uses its fleet-footed ability to draw a card. You can use that ability when it's in the active spot to just draw a card. You want a card? Just draw one. That's all you got to do. All right, so yeah, we definitely need both players' bench to be full in order for Lightning Rondo to do 220 damage to take the KO on the Miraidon. So even if our fire player here fills their bench up, they would have to play something like Echoing Horn in order to get a 5th Pokemon onto their opponent's bench for its Rondo attack to do the full 220 damage. So very heads up play from our Lightning player here tonight. Something like Choice Belt won't matter since Choice Belt only affects Pokemon V. Ultra Ball being played to discard a couple cards and search the deck for a Pokemon. That powerful Pidgeot EX being found, Rare Candy evolving directly into it, and its powerful quick search ability being used to search the deck for a card. Pick a card, any card. All right, so a card was chosen off of that quick search. I didn't see which one it was, but maybe a boss's orders would be good. Yeah, boss's orders can most likely clean up the KO on that benched Regieleki VMAX there for 3 prizes, and actually an Iono being found. Interesting. Maybe it wasn't doing enough. Iono supporter card. Each player shuffles their hand, put it to the bottom of their deck, and then draws for their remaining prize cards. Artisan being put into play, which allows you to search your deck for a non-rule box basic Pokemon and put it onto the bench. That Radiant Charizard being put onto the bench there. Cannot quite attack for 1 energy yet, since the opponent has 3 prizes remaining, but it's ready to go for a later turn. Let's see, let me do some math here. Would the Fire Rondo be able to KO the bench VMAX? There was 2 Pokemon in play, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6 in play, 140 damage it would be doing then. And then the Regieleki has 6, 7, 8, or 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think the Fire Rondo would have been able to clean up the KO on the bench Regieleki. If boss's orders or a way to gust was found, maybe there was none available, or the play wasn't seen, or I'm just missing something too. But things to keep in mind here. And Entei is going to do 180 damage to that Miraidon EX. 40 HP remaining on the Miraidon EX. That's why you see just the 4 in the top right corner there. And play resumes on the lightning side. Miraidon EX has to go back to the bench and then back to the active in order to attack again, due to the effect of Photon Blaster not being able to use it next turn. Or the other Miraidon can come up and attack. The Regieleki VMAX can take the K. Oh no, never mind. I forgot. Entei V has 230 HP. So instead, Boss's Order is being played to bring up that Lightning Weak Pidgeot EX. Is there any lightning in the discard pile to power up this Miraidon EX on the bench? Because remember, the active Miraidon cannot attack. Since it used Photon Blaster last turn, it can't use it this turn. Again, if it wants to use Photon Blaster again this turn, it has to go to the bench and then back into the active spot, erasing that effective attack. So we need to see something like a switch card, but here we go. We're going to manually retreat into the Regieleki. Let's see, that is an Artisan in play, so this Miraidon EX needed to discard a Lightning Energy card in order to retreat. We'll see if it matters there. And then Regieleki VMAX is promoted and takes the KO. 220 damage times 2, thanks to weakness on that Pidgeot EX. Arven being played to search the deck for a tool card and an item card. Forest Seal Stone is the tool card of choice. Meanwhile, I'm sure it was an honest mistake not discarding the energy from the Miraidon EX to retreat. The Artisan Stadium is in play, but usually the Miraidon EX deck has or let's say the Miraidon EX deck can be used to having that beach court in play, which would then give Miraidon free retreat. So maybe that's what happened here. Either way, honest mistake, I'm sure, and we'll see if it ends up mattering. Most of the time, it usually doesn't matter, but definitely like to see a good, clean play here, especially in our league challenges. All right, so that Arven was played to find the Forest Seal Stone. Forest Seal Stone can be attached to the Entei V, and its Star Alchemy V Star power could be used to search the deck for any card. let's see, I'm pretty sure NTV is taking the KO on this Regieleki VMAX. So 3 prizes will be taken there. Yeah, that's actually the way to go as long as that can happen. I think our fire player is in a decent spot, forcing the electric player to have boss's orders or wait a gust on the next turn to knock out one of the smaller single prize Pokemon on the field versus the Entei with its massive 230 HP. Removing the Regieleki VMAX also removes its ability of plus 30 to the attacking lightning basic Pokemon. Still resolving Arven here. Forest Seal Stone as one of the targets, and Escape Rope being found. Interesting. I don't think that the Fire player wants to play the Escape Rope because the active VMAX is the one that most likely wants to be knocked out, but ooh, they must not have any other way to move that Charmander out of the active spot. That's kind of painful there. So Escape Rope being played, the opponent chooses a new active Pokemon first, and then you do the same. Raichu V being promoted with that Bravery Charm, 250 HP on that Raichu V right now. Entei V coming into the active spot, getting a Forest Seal Stone attached to it. Wonder what was in the hand. Show us the hand so I could see if there was a way to retreat other than the Escape Rope. And the Forest Seal Stone was in hand, so that could have found a lightning energy, or sorry, a fire energy to manually retreat that Charmander. But maybe there was no fire left in the deck. It just depends on what was in deck, but certainly things to keep in mind while this Super Rod is being played. To shuffle back into the deck from the discard pile, a Charizard EX and a couple of fire energy. Okay. Yeah, our fire player here would have been in a good spot if they attacked and took the KO on the VMAX with that 230 HP Entei V. And if there was a fire energy in deck, that Forest Seal Stone could have found it to attach to the active Charmander to have it retreat. And definitely, if I'm missing something, please let me know in the comments. Artizone uh, being played there to find the Charmander and put it onto the bench. Entei V uses Fleet-Footed to draw a card from the top of the deck. Another Super Rod being played, it looks like. Or was that just the one from before? Yeah, maybe it was one from before. Lightning Rondo is currently doing 180 damage. Leaving the Raichu V with a certain amount left. Yeah, let's just go ahead and put the 180 damage on there. And play will resume on the Lightning player's side with 1 prize left. All that's needed is a retreat and boss's orders. Ultra Ball discarding Judge and a Regieleki V to search the deck for a Pokemon card. Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3, Stage 4, Stage 5, it doesn't matter. Basic, anything. As long as it's a Pokemon. Not too sure what could be found here. Luminion would be good to search for that boss's orders, but that's if they play it or not. Instead, the awesome Art Mew EX coming down onto the bench there, joining the party here at the very end. And a Judge, so no boss's orders. Judge being played as a supporter per turn. Both players shuffle their hand into their deck and then draw 4 cards each. I'm just trying to see some more cards, have some more options there. Lightning Energy being found. Okay, yep, that's game. Lightning Energy is found to attach to the Raichu V. It can now manually retreat into the Miraidon EX, and Miraidon EX is doing 250 damage thanks to the Regieleki VMAX transistor ability plus 30 damage to its 220, more than enough to take the KO on the opposing Entei V and the game. Very cool game there we saw. What'd you guys think of, not looking at my script, this video and the commentary? Please let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab. Dun-dun-dun.